On the last episode of Unreal Weather, Jason passed the time between storms by testing out the team's equipment for streaming video. After a month of waiting, nature finally cooperated, and a forecast of severe storms was issued for northeastern Missouri. It was a smooth and anxious drive down to the Show-Me State with blue skies above and storm clouds in front of us. It was still early in the storm season, but we were hoping to get some good action out of the way. The radar looked good enough to keep us headed south, and we were able to position ourselves right in the heart of the storm cell. Unfortunately, with the sky darkening and home getting further away, we decided 45 minutes of sitting on the storm was long enough. We turned back and were gassed to hear that 5 minutes later, the storm produced a tornado warning. It was too late to turn around though, and we were forced to swallow our pride and wait until the next chase. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicted a very high chance of severe thunderstorms in Illinois just 5 days after our last chase. We are not full-time storm chasers and do not chase every storm, especially when it's 400 miles away from us. However, the probability of massive tornadic activity was so high that we loaded up early in the morning and took off in a GMC Jimmy for the Iowa-Illinois border. Deciding to take a Jimmy on this, our longest trip of the season, would prove to be a poor choice due to the fact that it had no air conditioning, making a long trip even longer. It was exciting to see the Mississippi River. We lived near the Missouri River and are used to the size of it, so it was a rare treat to see a river even larger. We were making good time and decided to pull off to take some pictures of the beautiful bridge at Burlington, Iowa. Unfortunately, there was a not as photogenic lady standing directly in front of all of our shots. But with the magic of photoshopping, now you see her, now you don't. We continued on our way and had to pass through some preliminary rain and lightning shortly after crossing into Illinois. This didn't last long though, and we were able to position ourselves in front of another cell that had just gone tornado warned. There's a tornado warning right there. A little bit to the right and towards us. Can't see anything right now. We're just waiting. We're right there, obviously. Sorry, right there. So that's what we're looking at. With any luck, the tornado would come straight at us. We sat watching the storm approach for nearly 45 minutes while we tried to get our radar and website video stream up and running. One thing Jason found out while waiting was that he was highly susceptible to the pressure change of the oncoming storm. It felt like someone was pushing down on his head while his ears plugged up.
Well, you drink pop. I ain't gonna.
It's not that, it's the stupid pressure, I think.
Okay, I can't see anything through this window. So.
Yeah, they posted more tornadoes in there.
And it's over here to our left.
Yep, now they've changed its course. It's going to go south of us.
Well, this one's going to be that one too, because they just expanded it, so it's both those counties. The whole storm's going to, and they don't know which way it's going to go, so they're going to call both counties.
Guess we got a little bit more to go. We gotta get past Con. When we finally got our radar up and running again, we discovered that the storm had redoubled back upon itself further south. This meant we had to take a gravel road to head it off.
You got your phone too far away.
What the is this? This isn't a bridge. Let's freeze here for a moment. In all honesty, on this day and on the angle we were looking at, this really did look like a bridge that was just leading off to nowhere. On the left, you clearly cannot see the other hill that the bridge was connected to. Upon closer inspection, however, we found out that the bridge actually curved down to the right, and we were able to cross it safely and continue on our way. Broken.
Think so?
What the hell? Want me to get out and look?
I don't care.
I'll scoot a little closer. Over the course of the next few hours, we discovered that the certain major storms that were predicted for Illinois were predicted wrong, as is often the case. The storms did, however, begin to develop in earnest to the west in northern Missouri. We were not the only ones who were tricked, though. There were nearly 100 other storm chasers out in Illinois waiting on the weather. A number of tornadoes finally erupted in central Missouri. We were tired, beaten, and discouraged at missing what was to be a sure tornado outbreak, and were not up for filming more pointless chasing. We did manage to get on a road that would take us directly behind a tornado. That's when we came upon this. We just came to the area where a tornado went through a little bit ago. Blew some other trees down behind us, and this one that's completely blocking the road. The tree was completely blocking the road, so we doubled back to a close side road to try and continue on our chase. The blue line shows our path, and the red shows the path of the tornado.
Your ticket today and win big.
This is pretty much straight.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation and more. The drawing is
There's where we were with the damage, and we went over here, and more trees blown down.
In addition to the
house is safe, thankfully.
This ticket is valid for the Walt Disney World Resort Getaway Drawing donated by Iowa State Bank. Go to iastatebk.com for more info.
It also ripped off, did some damage to the barn. Again, that's
What?
And so ended our chase for the day. We were disappointed and completely exhausted when we got home, having driven 940 miles over the course of 17 hours. Our only solace lay with a few pictures we were able to snap during the day. We had had such confidence that morning that we'd see our first tornado ever. After $100 in gas, we tucked ourselves in until the next storm. On the next episode of Unreal Weather, still feeling dejected by their failed chase in Illinois, Jason has his spirits raised during an impromptu chase. He gets to spend some time with some meteorologists from the Vortex 2 project before diving hood first into a flooded DeWitt, Nebraska. Join us next time on Unreal Weather.